want to discuss the word of God this morning, reading about 3 scriptures to those who are interested to make life beautiful, to those who are hungry for a fantastic change in life. The rich and the poor will always meet together. There's nothing you can do about it. When two heads meet, one must bow. And we are told by observation that the lesser one bow. And the Bible says God has made the rich and the poor. The Lord is the maker of them all. But the Bible also makes us to understand that to be successful in life is by the state of your mind. Choice. Then if you are poor, is the choice you made. The question is this: who will make a choice to be poor? No one. That is why when we are preaching the word of God, the wise listen. That's what Deuteronomy said. He said when the servant of the Lord speak, he said the wise listen. But people don't listen. Poverty will never be out of style. Pain, tears will never be out of style. By the grace of God, I titled today's message, I can't be ignored. Tell yourself, I can't be ignored. Say, no one on earth will despise me. That's what we need to find out very well. This is crucial and it's vital. No one is a superman. We learn from another man's stories. And nobody on earth succeeds without another man's story. So, information, like I told you always here, is the only antidote to ignorance and its consequences. A lot of people here today on the surface of the earth, they lack adequate information to make life successful. We have discussed it enough that success in a man's life is not a magical thing. It's a process. You need to be a complete tools to be successful. A complete tools to be successful. Anyone on earth that wants to succeed in this Christian experience must be brainwashed by the word of God, which the white men call brain skull. Total brain skull must be brainwashed. Because every one of us here was born into this earth with cowboys that will not allow us to succeed. Everyone. So by the time we give our life to God, He starts telling us how to live on earth to become successful here on earth. He starts teaching us how to go about our life. He gives us the conditions, the rules on how to live our life here on earth as a believer, as one that has chosen Him to follow. Of a true brother, God owns everything. He can make anybody a multi-billionaire. Depends on your relationship with Him. Please listen carefully. It will do you good, though, because what I'm preaching, many of us here, we know it very well, and it's what we do. So the success we are seeing today is not our parents did not die and leave any property for us. It's who we are on the inside. I want you to know this. The reason why people are struggling, battling with life, it is because they are controlled by the system of the world. Jesus told you that you are here on earth, but you are not of the earth. Is that not what Baba said? He said you are seated with Him far above all principalities and power in here. In heavenly places. We are here on earth, we are not on the earth. The way we do things should be different from the way they do their things here on earth. That's what the Bible says. The confession, difference. The actions, the answer, everything different. The Bible told you, say when men are saying there's a cast down, He said you shall say there's a lifting up. Different confession. Men is in plural. When they are saying there's a cast down, you shall say there's a lifting up. In other words, He said let the weak say I am strong. Physiologically they are truly weak. What do you say? They are truly weak. He said, but you that understand the heavenly confession, what do you need to say? I am strong. When they are really weak, everybody is weak, although you too, you are also weak because of the system of the place. He said, but you that understand what I said, you will be confessing, I am strong. Then you will become what you confess. He has promised to make us very rich. He has promised to make us worthy. You will gather gold and silver like the sand of the seashore. They are there in the Bible. Don't easily forget. The Bible told you, I will give you pastors according to my own heart, that shall fill you with knowledge and understanding, that you will fear no more, that you pour no more. It's there in the Bible. You have read it so many times. But why is it that people don't listen? For God to tell me one day that people that listen to me here, they are few. Listen to me, brother. If you listen very well, it will do you good. Let us see what God said about our mind. You don't want to be ignorant, there are something you need to do. You don't want to be despised by men, there are something you need to know and engage. Many are despised. Many are ignored. There are people that live their life like a wind or like a breeze. How do you want me to put it? They just enter a place, nobody notices. But there are people that walk into a place, people stood up or stand up. They want to give him a warm welcome. Not by age, sir. You can be very old and be empty your medulla thinking faculties. While there are young men of 30-something, 40-something, they get to a place, they did not instruct the people to stand up. They decide on their own to stand up and say welcome. People will stand up for you. People will stand up and say welcome. In the name of Jesus Christ. You are not a breeze, you are somebody. Anywhere you step into, people should feel your presence. There's somebody walking. I can't be despised. The meaning is multiple. We are going to expatiate on it for a long time or break it down for people to understand where we are heading to. I can't be despised is calling for a concrete decision in a man's life. If you truly can't be despised in this world, there are something you need to know in your life. If all these things are given to you and you did not engage, you will not become. You will be despised. There are many people today that is not known. But in your case, you will be known. Jesus explains something. He said you are like a city that is set on a hill that cannot be hidden. Jesus explains something. He said you are like a salt. When the salt comes in contact with food, it changes the food. How many of you are witness to that? When the salt comes in contact with something, it reveals himself in that very thing. Whether you put salt for pawpaw, you put it for gari, you put it for soup. If you don't put salt, you will not say salt no day. And Jesus said, you are a salt of the world, not the salt of church. Oh, no, sorry, the church of salt of community. He said that is universal. Whether Europe, Asia, America, when you get there, you are a salt. What does that mean, sir? You are created in life to be very, very influential. Don't argue that, because you cannot argue the truth. It's either you are influencing somebody or somebody is influencing you. Let me tell you what happened when I was doing sound service. The road in Benin in Lucky Time was not good. I was a cab driver, a town service driver. When the vehicle is going, when we are looking for road, do you know you follow any vehicle? Especially all those bus or some of those scrap Audi or whatever, all those Toyota Tercel, all those ancient, all those transport vehicles then. We just enter a go. I follow one. I succeeded. He landed me inside the back of a go market. I saw Thai road. I was very happy. And another day we were coming from Okada again. That road block. I saw another driver that passed one way, another location. I followed him. I did not know he was going to his house. He passed here, I followed him. He passed here, followed me. I saw some motor vehicle coming. I said, wow, we are headed to the road. The guy just entered a close. I was still following him. I did not know. When we get there, the guy joined his compound. He just parked. He started bringing plateau out of the boat. I wanted to pass. Everywhere was blocked. No road. I had to revise and go about 1 mile again to be tracing road. This time I was not looking for Thai road. We got lost because I don't know where he carried me to. That is the moment of life. It's either you are influencing somebody or somebody is influencing you. So every one of you, whether rich or poor, you are influencing people in one way or the other. Yes, who is influencing you? And who are you influencing? You need to be careful about this life. It's in mathematics. Now look at the book of Romans. Romans chapter 12. We are taking verse 1 and 2. So then, my friend, because of God's great mercy to us, I appeal to you. Offer yourself as a living sacrifice to God, dedicated to his service and pleasing to him. This is the true worship that you should offer. Dedicate yourself. How can you dedicate yourself to God and you don't know about God deeply? How can you say you dedicate yourself to God? So you are working uni, but you don't know the rules and regulations guarding uni. You are a lecturer in Ekpoma high institution. You don't know the rules and regulations guarding the school. You live anyhow. You will be sacked very soon. You are attending this church. You don't know what is happening in this church. You don't know what is going on in this church, and you are a member of Solution Ground. Think about it. A lot of people are going to church. They are serving God. They claim to serve God. They don't know some 30 things about God. That is why people been to churches, when they come here, they see power, they easily say it's fake because they don't know anything about God. And the Bini call him Osanuleti Noseti Wemi. We have saw so many miracles he did in the Bible. How people stretch for their rod, Atlantic Ocean divided. Not by ROCC or Julius Becker, just a rod. The rod divided. A man was coming out of his house. He saw a woman that was indebted. My husband is dead. Lapo has come to take my 2 sons. He said, what woman, why are you troubling me? What do you have at home? He said, nothing. Just a pot of oil. No prayer, no, oh Lord, go and borrow vessels. Carry that little oil you have, pour it on them. It shall come to pass. Anyone that is filled or set it aside. Borrow vessels, not a few. Borrow from all your neighbors, and the woman did so. No prayer, no all night, no fasting. If you think about this, anywhere you go, you see power, you will embrace it. That was why I told you some time ago that don't understand before you believe. Believe before you understand. If you want to wait to understand before you believe, all your life you will not believe, because nobody can predict God. And God told me and you that our life is the same. He said the life of a believer is like a wind. You hear it, the sound, but you cannot tell where it's coming from and where it's going. He says, so is everyone that is born of the Spirit. As I just seen every one of you here, you are born a multi-billionaire. But why would some fail to manifest it? Knowledge. Why would some manifest it? Knowledge. This is the two things. Isaiah chapter 4 verse 6, what did he say? My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Hosea chapter 4 verse 6, Hosea 4:30, what did he say? My people are gone into captivity for lack of knowledge. Many succeed through knowledge, some did not succeed because they don't have this thing called knowledge. When the knowledge is coming out, people were playing. Is it true that he resurrected? I will not believe until I put my hand inside that place. They not go plaster the place. The place not go heal. Until I put my hand there and I put my hand there. Would that hole remain? Somebody says some of the apostles. Knowledge. Why did Jesus don't pray for him? I don't know. But he prayed for others. One day appear. Peace be unto you. The guy surprised. Thomas. He said, Lord, can I touch that place? Very bold. And Jesus removed his cloth. And he put his hand and he saw the injury. Jesus showed him his hand. He put his hand. What did he say? My Lord and my God. He said, now I believe you are the Son of God. What does the Bible told you? Jesus turned and faced the other apostles. He said, blessed are ye that believe and not see. Blessed are ye that believe when you have not seen. That's what we're talking about. I can't be ignored. Anywhere I enter, I must be noticed. Tell yourself you must be noticed. Now look at the main point in verse 2. The main point in verse 2. Do not conform yourself. Oh, ourself. Okay, the church. Tell your neighbor, say it's personal. Do not conform yourself to this standard of this world, but let God transform you inwardly. Hold on. How does one get transformed inwardly? On the inside. So you are just seeing this container as Pastor Christian Osazuwa, or you know me to be a Mozoki. But the inside is different from this container. This container is an empty carton given to me to carry the content. So you are. Your real you is not this I'm saying. Your real you is on the inside. If you are poor inside, you'll be poor outside. If you are rich inside, you'll be rich outside. If you are rich and the riches cannot be traced to the riches in your mind, you will lose it. Every breakthrough here on the surface of the earth in a man's life is traceable to the breakthrough in his heart. Whatever a man gets in his heart. If a man has not been comprehended himself to be able to own 10 million in his account, if you give him 30 million, he will lose it. He will be broker than what he was before. Condescend to the lowest level of what he was before. That is why you see many people today, I was rich is not good news. How did it fare? Most of them are not done by witches and wizards. They are done by the mentality, the state of their mind. The state of their mind. Who are you on the inside? Every success in a man's life is traceable to the success in his heart. Every breakthrough in a man's life is traceable to the breakthrough in his heart. If you don't have a breakthrough on your heart, there is no way it can be manifested on the outward appearance. Whatever a man is today is what he is on the inside. I told you the greatest jumper today in this continent. He can jump high jump very well. The coach, he now asked his coach, the way the tail is, I never jumped this kind of place before. The coach said, you can jump it. He said, how? He said, let your mind jump it. Your body will follow. How can my mind jump it? He said, just see yourself that you are past it. Have you passed it before? The coach said, no. But if your mind tell you right now that you can jump this place, your body have no choice but to follow. The guy get back. I jump this place. I jump this place. As the guy ran, he fly. He landed the other side. The rest 4 people tried the fail. They tried the fail. They tried the fail. They now raise it again. That he should still try. Why? They are looking for a record breaker. Although they were 4 out of about 16 of them, remaining 4. That level, the rest still fail. Remaining this guy that no one have been able to break his record till now. I have not jumped it before, but coach said, your mind, if your mind fly it, your body have no choice but to follow your mind. And they increase it again. And the coach said, do the same thing. If your heart pass it, you pass. If your heart say it's difficult, then it will be difficult. I pass down just an unbelief like this. I will pass this one. The guy dressed back. And he said, what's coming again? Fly. Until date, no one have been able to break that record. Every year, he has free ticket to any Olympic of any country. And they don't invite him to Olympic for free. There are who that follow. How can you invest in record breaker? No man have been able to break his record. Usain Bolt won the best 100 meters in the world 3 consecutive times. Is it not so? He was going to all those Olympics for free. Free ticket. It's a law. Free tickets. And he don't go for free. They pay. These guys make money every year. I know his prayer now that nobody should break it. He make money every year. The power of the mind. I want to be a millionaire. I want to be a millionaire. Are you transformed in your mind? Look at what he said. Do not conform. Please, we are going to buttress of this word conformed. Doctor. Don't be used to. That is one. Professor. No, I cannot take. Don't restrict. Don't follow a particular plan. Don't be conformed. Okay. Can more people throw light on it because it's in a large quantum? Oh, that means everybody understand it. Tell your neighbor, don't be tied to this pattern. I just told you some months ago that tradition is the greatest enemy to civilization. Tradition is never out of style. Every man in Africa that lives traditionally will not be civilized. Tradition is the greatest enemy to civilization. Don't be tied to their pattern. That is why so many families are poor. Many are not demon. 25 years of deliverance ministry, I believe I know 1 + 1. What is the generational poverty? There are generational poverty caused by spirit. There are generational poverty caused by understanding. Which of the generational poverty caused by understanding? Your great-grandfather worked in UAC. He trained his son to also become an accountant or a manager in AT&P. Mentality. That one that worked in AT&P will also train his children to also become a worker like that in Uniben. It's generational poverty. Look at the Igbos. Their great-grandfather said tobacco. Their father said motor pass. The other father said machine pass. Before you know it, the third generation, fourth generation become an importer of pass. Generational blessing. Are you see here? That is what happened to our father. And I don't want any of my members to possess that kind of mind. I am not saying don't train your children. I am training my children. My eldest is in UK doing master. He's going to graduate next month now. Listen carefully. May you not talk, say, he did train for overseas. I am not saying don't train your children, but don't have it in mind that they are the one that will come and rescue you. Don't you ever, if you try to think about that they are the one that will come and help you, then you are just living like our fathers. When our father discovered that they have failed in life, what were they saying? If my children succeed, they will come and help me. These are words of a failure. In this generation, I have seen some men of our mates, because they see they don't have the capacity to become successful again, they are now channeling the arrow to their children that if their children succeed, they will come and help them. The question is this: if what stop your children, who will help you? Let us be factual to ourselves. We need to know who we are. Don't be tied by tradition. If my pikin succeed, he go come help me. Don't do that here. If I catch you, you will be dealt with. You will collect from my hand. I was born in a poverty home. I know what I'm explaining to you. I was my father's friend. I know everything he was telling me. When my father cried inside the cassava farm, I was there, he was not there. So listen in case you are interested. These are people who pump money in education. They forgot to do societies that will help them and their wife. These were people who were pumping money in education. They never knew that children will concentrate on their own journey. They never knew that some of their children will give birth to twins. That is why traditionally from beginning, Edo men, or I don't know because I was born here, many don't invest on female children. Because of mindset, they say when they invest on female children, as he get married, my name lost. You go there and answer Sokungo with Alabi. Okay now. You go just leave your name, you go begin answer Ozoma. Small Zoma will tell your pikin when you pump money for education, say may not go see you until you are permitted. Your daughter have nothing to offer but to just cry and rest. My wife know the answer for name again now. My name is the answer. Where's the answer? I go me out. Where your partner? You in the property now. He said your property. Wow. These were the mindsets of our parents that made them to say they don't train female children. If you see have this understanding in this thing we are discussing, that I will train my children to the topmost top, but I will not depend on them. They will get married very soon. They will start their journey. They will pay their bills. Is your children pretty money? By the time you just hear that your son just get married, you are a bit excited. Before you know it, he will just give birth. You will call your son, not that he will not send you money. He may not send you money at your right time. He will give you time. Baba, no worries. I will send you money before month ends. And he has bills to pay. If he fail, it will look as if you are betrayed. Because you are not there with him. You don't know what he's going through. You, as a carnal man, you will not be saying, with all the money I pour in his education, with how I sponsor him to heaven, to go and study, now this is what he pay me back. As a carnal man, you will not start laying curses. As you do me, now say your children will do you. The question I want to ask you, what did that boy do you? Heaven and earth no say, as we talk so, he get B when you want pay. He won't even borrow money from somebody, take John your money to settle the problem. You, for Africa or for heaven, you they complain, say he not send you money, because every African man just think that anybody in overseas after Obaseki and them. Ask some people that come from overseas here whether they pick money for street. Just ask some of them whether they pick money for street. You don't pick money in the street in overseas. And let me tell you what, I have not been there, but I know what I'm saying. We get money easily here than people overseas. Don't argue that. It's what I know. We get money. We have so many access to make money here anyhow than overseas. The $100 you just think you $100. It's $100 money here again. Although the money has no value. If you want to give the son money to go buy biscuit, how much you want to give son? Not be 100 naira. So we have access. Anything we want to do here, we make money. But in developed countries, not so. If you want to sell pure water, you register. And there is a law in some part of the country. Anything you want to do, the money must go through bank. Even landlord, you want to pay on landlord, you must go through bank. If you are caught, you have a case to answer. Most of their money don't just go carnally. The way somebody want to buy land yesterday, he just carry 500 call give me cash. One just carry 1.5 million. Say, hey, daddy, they gather the money for us. Is there? I not get her for bank. I get her for us. I say, bring her now. You don't do that in some developed country. Except you want to fall into their hand one day, because you will be caught one day. Most of their things through bank. Like that is how it's just flowing. So there is no free 100 euro in any part of Obodo Igbo. In a day. No free 1,000 pounds or euro in any part of Obodo Igbo. But here anything we do, we make money, and yet Africa is not rich. Why? In the state of their mind. You will not be ignored. Look at it. Do not tie yourself. Don't be trapped. Don't be covered. Listen to me, church. Before we explain this, please listen to this one more time. The legacy our ancestors and our fathers leave for us is nothing to be enviable. I met poverty in the land. I was born into poverty in the land. I met curse. I met all manners of sickness. I met all manners of pains and tears. I was not born with a good road. We were not born with a lalong tire. We were born into pain. So it's the legacy our ancestors and our father leave for us. So it's nothing to be enviable. I choose not to follow their pattern. I choose not to do it the way they did it. I choose not to make a confession that they were making. I choose not to operate the pattern they were operating. Do you think my wife cannot give birth up to this moment? I decided to stop at class 4. But my father gave birth to 13. As I was hailing my father one day, I see one that gave birth to 17. I said, "Don't want many wives." They say, "No, one wife." Here for a bozo. All of the days say they did 17. That's criminal offense. I choose not to follow their pattern. I choose not to allow my life to be controlled the way they allow their life to be controlled. Why? I know on time. Nobody told me to stop. If you give my wife a phone and mic now, she will tell you when I wanted to stop. When she give birth to Sharon, I said, "It's okay." Kosi, he said, "I don't want again. It's okay." Elijah come. I said, "Thank God, it's just okay." How you take one? You will explain to us one day. A born dominion. Dominion deal with us for us. 5 months we don't know. Now my landlord they tell us, "Say you get belly." My wife said, "No, nothing like that." Now we take born dominion. Before they go come. That was not my mind. You don't tell when I start say, no. That pattern when they take born us, when we would just lie down like rabbit for poultry. I don't want. Gather them for one room like poultry. All the baby going to say some better place. When they take food for our children. Now when they go to lie down the airport. And because of the argo, if I catch you, when we take the play, our body will overbreak. As we roll, we roll into the airport. When you wake, your head, your body, and so charcoal. My brother. That's how we are brought up. I say I will not experience this. And maybe my elder sister says, "I want to ask her a question. Please give her mic. You are older than me. You need to know more than me in this community fight we fought and came out. Did our parents experience more than Roman power in their life?
No.
Were you born into 2 rooms?
We were in 1 room then.
The question we asked them, with how many children? With community. Their best investment was to just eat or they give birth. They know how to pregnant their wife. That generation, don't play with them. As I'm talking, many of your father, they are the same. To bone not be problem. They bone like cassava gari. Fine. What am I saying now? For a believer to be transformed in this new generation, you have to be transformed in your mind. You have to make a perfect decision. Not to be trapped by the pattern of this world. Not to be covered by the pattern of this world. Look at it. Do not conform yourself to the standard of this world, but let God transform you inwardly by a complete change of your mind. Then you will be able to know the will of God, what is good and is pleasing to him, and is perfect. And is perfect. The perfect will of God. You want to be transformed, you are not transforming your mind. Then if they give you 10 million, you are coming back to this state of your mind. If they give you 100 million, don't mind people that are just making matter. I have tested so many people by conversation. If they just give you 2 million, and what will you do? He said, first thing I will do, I will go and do dread. A youth said, the first thing I will do, I will go and do dread. Then I will use my cream so that I will be a bit lighter. Then I will go to forestry and collect some jeans and some covers. That is just who he is on the inside. Whatever I matricate in his heart, so is he. If my brother that stand there, another man stand there, for example, you give this one 10 million, you give this one 10 million. One must be richer than one in a process of time. Then what is the secret? The state of the mind. One can go and buy home theater and a good flat screen TV. The other one have need of that, but he will not. He will go and invest 9,500,000, and he will manage the other 500,000 to do some small thing he can. But the other one will spend 9,500,000 and invest 500,000. Do you get the arithmetic? One invests 9,500,000 and spend 500,000. Although it's not enough, but I cannot kill myself. This money must give birth to their kind. The other one spend 9,500,000 for worldly things and invest 500,000. 1 year from now, who will be more richer? The one that invests 9,500,000. That's the principle of the mind. Until you become a disciplined person in this kingdom, you can't be rich. You can't. Until you become a disciplined person in this kingdom. I told many of you here, when we tell you something, you think we need your money. Listen to me, sir. It is not all money that enter your hand that is meant to spend. There are money that enter your hand that God wants you to plant. It's there in Deuteronomy. Remember, thou shalt remember the Lord thy God, for it is he that giveth thee power to get wealth. After getting wealthy, that he might establish his covenant, which he swore unto your father as it is this day. Abraham was blessed, and yet God come unto him and said, in blessing I will bless you, in multiplying I will multiply you. But the Bible told us when he was living that he was blessed. He has cattle, he has this, Lord, follow him. What caused quarrel between Abraham and Lot? Was it not their ram and cattle and everything? It was already okay. But God was not seeing that. God was seeing the clue of the latter rain. You will be blessed. Every one of you will be blessed. In the name of Jesus Christ. So the legacy our ancestors and our biological parents leave for us is nothing to be enviable. We made poverty in the land. They created it. A lot of pain and tears. No enjoyment. We struggle to go to school. We struggle to learn work. Everything we do is battle or true. Nobody believes that some children that are successful today will become successful because our parents by tradition depend on the eldest one. We have families here that some stop school for the eldest one to go to school. Is it wrong? It was not wrong. But some of those people that stop school for the eldest one to go to school, they are the most successful today. I pray that you will become successful. Do not conform yourself to this the standard of this world, but let God transform you inwardly. How does God transform people? Through this discussion. As I'm just talking to those who have ear to hear, let them hear. You need to be transformed in your mind. There are men here right now. If you give them 10 million, in 5-10 years they become a multi-millionaire. Why there are men here, you give them 10 million. The first thing to do is to go and pay daddy for the first wife and marry more wife. There are men here, you give them 10 million, and the next thing to do is to go and roof his house. There are men here, you give them 10 million. The next thing to do is to go and buy some native clothes, put stash. When they enter, people will know that they enter. Without taking the source of income, without taking what will be giving me money. There are people that think about what will be giving them money. There are people that think about what they want to do with money. Ask your neighbor, which categories are you? If you always think about what will give you money, then you are an investor. Then you must become a mortar, not to stop it. No money enter my hand and not give birth to their kind. Whether witches and wizards say that's not my business, I believe that's not your business also, because of the kind of place you are. I am the kind of man that narrates himself. Shadow, I never enter overseas. When I told every one of you that you want to enter overseas, did any witch stop it? If you tell your grandmother, then prepare for burial, I will kill her for you. Elijah, before Elijah entered, how many times was he announced here? Did your mother or your grandfather witch stop it? Did the mother follow you that is chasing you for? Did he stop it? Yes, you know the tell person again. Not people like us anymore. No, I'm more than that. Dominion I want to enter. If you want to stop it, just tell your grandmother that you trusted. Or tell your neighbor that you trusted. That my pastor said it. You will die. I know what follow me. As I'm talking, Elisha is listening. Jeremiah is listening. Hosea is listening. Micah is listening. Elijah is there. Ezekiel in the valley of Drabo, they are there. Then the captain of the Lord host is there watching me. Then how can you think you will dare somebody like this or people that follow me? Mbano. Don't take a risk that is equal to your life. Before I have any project, I believe many of you have heard it a lot. I never build that hotel. When I tell you, I say, Nami get International Travelers Hotel. How many of you are witness? I never build that house. When I tell you, my house will find pass where I want build and put. For the now, my house is the most beautiful in Ibadan. Pay transport, go Ibadan, go check. Oshimole driver there. May carry una go. So it be. And they talk, then it come to pass. Your own will also come to pass. My wife said, "Don't talk again. People will break that record down." Congratulations, they will break it, but they have to spend 100 million above. But remember, 100 million is not children money. The tiles I use is not Vetrofire. 4 pieces is 6,500. Just 4 pieces is 6,500. Honorary 4. If you put under, they don't the same. If you buy 50, you are talking about 300,000. And that 50 now, 1 room and half they do. Because my house, I put tiles in the wall like this. And the floor. I know money don't because now they want to stay. So, listen, when we are talking, they say it's too proud. Okay, may you keep quiet now if you're too proud. We have this kind of people on earth. People who talk. Then there are people who... If you are the type that keep quiet, leave the one when they talk, make it talk. She said they talk, nobody has harmed me. I never buy Jeep until they say I want buy Jeep. I buy Toyota for on that time. And I never buy it. Until they say I don't buy Jeep. And they later buy it. They say you talk, I'm here for some money. I say they ask me, I'm here for some money. I might no money not to buy Jeep. Now see, you will be successful, my people. How can it be easy for you? Change your mind, the state of your mind. Be transformed. See yourself as a man that can handle 300 million. If 300 million enter my hand, what will I do? I test people every day. I was just talking to a man. This 200,000, why you not just use and start business? Then you be paying with the interest. He said, I beg, I don't make person call worry me. I just use the money, just pay all those small things when they owe. I get peace, even though I poor. Then they make poor now. You the farm want give money to the market now. That's why before now take mark this poor person. Go and study that person. What kind of person is this? I don't spend money without good reasons. I spend money with purpose. The hardest thing to get in Africa or in the world is money. The easiest thing to lose is money. So don't come and ask me if I get money. If I get money, it's not a title. Now I get this, now I get this, now I get this, now I get this, now they can't. That is what I want you to copy. It is what you have, you give. Many are not transformed, they are conformed. When you are conformed, you will be deformed. Because this will not be walking around you.